Happy Metroid Day, everybody! This is RRPG here, and it's time for another unboxing. And this time around, since I said Happy Metroid Day, everybody, we're going to take a look at three things. The first is going to be the special edition for Metroid Samus Returns, which released on the 3DS today. And then we're going to take a look at the amiibos that are within the two amiibo pack of both Samus and the Metroid. And the third is going to be the limited edition GameStop keychain of pixelated Samus from Metroid II, The Return of Samus on the Game Boy. So, yes, it is the release of Metroid Samus Returns, the remake to Metroid II, Return of Samus on the Game Boy from, I think it was 1991 or 92, one of the two years. But yes, it's been so long since we got a remake of a Metroid game that not a lot of people have beaten, or they tend to pass up on, and they just went from the first Metroid all the way to Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. But luckily for us, we actually get a proper and more streamlined remake of Metroid Samus Returns after the sadness that was the shutdown of AM2R. But, you know, when it was announced that Nintendo and Mercury Steam were working on a Metroid game, a remake of Metroid II, Return of Samus as Metroid Samus Returns, then it was fully understandable. But we will not dwell into any sort of particulars, and let's go ahead and take a look at what's in the special edition right now, shall we? Let me go ahead and see if I can turn this. Yeah, there we go. Yep, so this is what the box looks like. Yeah, you can see Samus on the screen, on the box art, where it says Metroid Samus Returns, and it's kind of embroidered a little bit. You can actually feel the bumps, since this is all, you know, in paper, and they like to do that with their games a lot, with making them embroidered or stick out of the box a little bit for you to feel the bumps and that kind of stuff. But yes, in this special edition, not only does it include the game, but it also includes a soundtrack of the best tunes out of the Metroid franchise from the last 30 years. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And let's take a look at the back. And it says, Classic Metroid Returns. So, yeah, tells you about all the stuff that you can do in the game, some of the new gameplay mechanics and that kind of stuff. And it's also compatible with Amiibo. And it's rated E10 for ages 10 and up. There's animated blood, fantasy violence, mild suggestive themes. So there's three things that are within the ESRB rating for this game. And if you take a look at the spines, they pretty much are what you would expect them to say, you know, on the side here. And on the bottom, it has the Metroid logo right there, which you can plainly see. It's kind of hard to see because it's one of those things where you have to shine the reflection in order to get the best picture. But yeah, you can see it plain as day. And on the top spine, it just says Nintendo. But let's go ahead and open this up and see the contents that are inside. And it doesn't look like the tape is on there that I got from GameStop, which I did get this from GameStop, by the way, so that's why I got the limited edition keychain after pre-ordering it. But anyway, so we take off the first thing, and here's the box art. So as you can see, this is what the box art looks like. It's pretty much the same as the special edition box art. But if you take a look at the back, you can just only see Samus's ship, and I guess that's supposed to be Planet SR388, but you do not see any information that's on the back of this. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the reversible cover, where it's supposed to look like, where the other side of it is supposed to be an homage to the cover of the Game Boy box art for Metroid II, Return of Samus, but I could be mistaken. But let's see if I can get this open. I may have jinxed myself. You know what? How about I actually use a key to open it, since I don't have my nail filer. But, you know, a key is a good alternative in case if you don't have a nail filer or a knife or something to open it up. But, yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited to play this game. I was really wigging out and getting very excited to play this after they announced this back at E3. This and Metroid Prime 4, which we probably won't see until either next year or in 2019. But, you know, it's good to see that Samus is actually making a return, or the Metroid series is finally making a return after being on hiatus for about at least 7 years after Metroid Other M, which, you know, critics and certain fans really like to attack it. I'm the one of the people who actually really enjoyed Other M, so if you don't enjoy Other M, then I understand, but yeah, I enjoyed it. But yes, that's what it looks like. Now let's take a look at the inside here. And yes, looks like the outer cover is, it is the reversible cover for, you know, Metroid II Return to Samus. But here we have the game card. This is what it looks like right here. So it's pretty much what you expect from Metroid. But let me try to reverse the cover, box art. And then you'll be like, wow, now that's awesome. Now I wonder if Metroid 2 Return to Samus, if that's actually a bonus unlockable in this game. Probably is, but I could be highly mistaken. If it is one of those things that you can unlock in this game, that's awesome. But yeah, look at that. That is legit right there. So Metroid 2 Return to Samus, the reversible Game Boy cover for a 3DS game. It also has the back packaging that talks about Metroid 2. So that is freaking awesome. I like that. I think I may have to keep the cover like this, you know, just for nostalgia reasons. But yeah, that's awesome. I may return back to it, you know, to its regular cover for this game, but who knows. And we got the soundtrack. See, ooh, nice. This actually looks pretty good. Yep. So this is the Metroid Samus Returns. So it's the soundtrack archive sound selection. So it's pretty much the best songs in the Metroid franchise from the last 30 years. Since, you know, it's been about 30 or 31 years since Metroid, the original Metroid, released. And on the back we have Metroid, or not Metroid, but Samus from Metroid 2 in that pose, and from the official art, which you actually saw online that Nintendo put out, and from like Metroid Wiki or a Nintendo Wiki page and that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and open that up and see what the CD looks like, and see if there's any sound selections that we can actually take a look at. Oh yeah, but I hope I didn't damage the CD. That'd be one of the things that would really suck, you know, trying to get this open and then all of a sudden I just found out I damaged the CD. I'll be like, no, why did I do that? Looks like it's one of those, no, it is one of those things that you can open. Oh, here we go. I didn't even realize that I actually, you know, did that. But, yeah. So yeah, got the cellophane out. And here's what the CD, ooh, that CD looks pretty cool, having the Metroid logo on the front, and I apologize for the camera angles if I'm not getting it correctly, but yeah, that looks pretty awesome. So if you take a look at the screen here, yeah, it actually is stuff that you can actually hear from Metroid, Other M, Metroid 2 Return to Samus, and Samus Returns, Other M, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime, the Metroid Prime games and that kind of stuff, and even Metroid Prime Trilogy. But yeah, that's awesome. You can actually hear the sound selections of some of the best songs from the Metroid series in the last 31 years. So I like that. That's pretty legit. Okay, now since we're done with the special edition, it's time to unbox this thing. Honestly, I was kind of nervous in wanting to unbox this because I really like how the packaging looks for this, and it makes me want to just plaster it on the wall. But you know, since there is unlockable DLC that's locked that you have to use Amiibo to get access to before they actually make it paid through the eShop, which I definitely agree that a lot of people think that it's bullcrap that Nintendo did that kind of practice, but you know, I just had to get this because that Samus figurine right there, that looks really, really detailed. And even the Metroid one too. And if you touch the Metroid, you can actually see that it's kind of rubbery at the top for the creature. But yeah, we're going to open this up and we're going to take a look at the contents inside the package. If I find another 2-pack Amiibo with this in the future, then I'm definitely going to mount it to my wall. But we'll just keep these out for now. But yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we got them off. But yeah, look at that. Just look at the detail on that. Look at Samus Aran in all of her detailed glory in this Amiibo. And you can actually see the Metroid logo at the bottom. So you can just turn around and see everything that Samus has on her with her power suit, Varai suit, and the arm cannon. So this is pretty much the exact same look as what she looked like in Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, and even in the Metroid Prime games. Even though they don't add the little bumps on her shoulder pads in Metroid Other M. You know, which I found to be weird, but at the same time I thought it actually made her look slim and slick and sleek or whatever. But yeah, that's awesome. Okay, but now here's the Metroid. And yeah, feeling at the top, it does, it is rubbery, and you can actually feel the ball. I guess these are supposed to be the Metroid's brain, and this is the canister. I guess that's what the baby comes out of, or you know, if they had like sample Metroids and that kind of stuff that come out of the container. But yeah, that is some nice detail, and even has the you don't see the Metroid logo on the bottom. Instead you see it actually like you know, ground and that kind of stuff, you know, where the test tube came out of. But yeah, I really like the detail of this, and you can actually put your finger in there if you want. But, you know, just the fact that the top is rubbery, that, oh man, that's so adorable. Okay, so we got the amiibos out. Now it's time to take a look at the keychain. And this is the last part that we'll actually look at. And of course, on the back it shows, you know, stuff for Metroid Samus Returns, the little card there. So let's go ahead and get this out and take a look at the keychain. And the keychain is supposed to be a 8-bit representation of Samus in Metroid II, The Return of Samus on the Game Boy. But if she had color on her, and the color, I guess, you know, this game, well, from what I heard, this game was originally planned to have a Super Game Boy port for this, or at least a Game Boy Color port of this game, so that way you can actually see the colors of Samus with what she looks like in the entire game. But yeah, this is something that I would definitely stick on my keyring. And on the back it just says Metroid Samus Returns, so really nothing new there. But yeah, I actually like how detailed the logo is and how the pixels really stick out. But yeah, I like that. Alright guys, and with all that said, done, and out of the way, that will conclude another unboxing. So if you like this video, be sure to rate it, as well as leaving your feedback down in the comments. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button underneath this video, and so that way more support from you guys will mean that more content is coming from me in the future that you won't find anywhere else. And let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Metroid game, and what is your least favorite Metroid game? For your favorite and least favorite, tell me why you either like or dislike those games. But anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. I have to get back to work on my Final Fantasy retrospective, but I do have a new 2 cents video coming for you quite shortly, so that way I can get some content on my channel at least, and I will catch you later. This is RRPG signing off by saying Godspeed and game on, gamers. Peace out!